All right, guys, let's talk about the weakness of a monopolar society, a monopolar world. That is, the U.S. government and those nations of NATO and whatever globalist organizations have developed a world currency that everyone must use for energy, and that with that, they were able, the United States and other European nations, to basically throw their weight around and manipulate the world however they like. And what does that do? Well, that creates a system that isn't decentralized, and this is a fundamental principle of life. Decentralization makes you stronger. Decentralization is that whole diversity is our strength thing. Obviously not the way the left means it. I recall reading on Reddit once that, reading some communist stuff on Reddit, that, right-wingers, they centralize too. Centralization is really strong. This is how stupid they are. This is how stupid left-wingers are. People on the right do not centralize. They decentralize. It's one of the reasons why we can't get our votes going on. The monopolar worldview is a left-wing worldview. It's a worldview of totalitarianism. It's a worldview of control. It's a worldview of centralization. Now we have the BRICS system coming into place. And that isn't just the BRICS nations of Brazil, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. No. They have the backing of the Saudi prince now. We're going to be trading petrodollars no longer. It'll be yuan or ruples or whatever other BRICS-backed currency there is. As well as that, there are some other nations that have joined. I don't have a full list of them all or anything, but it's like 10 or a dozen or so that are starting to join. This is going to be the end of the United States and NATO's global power. And with that, of course, there is reports that there was a airstrike in Russia that, or I should say in Ukraine, that hit Poland as well. We're already escalating over there. This is not a war for the Russians. This is a conflict, a military intervention. Now, we play this game all the time here in the West, and it's no problem, right? We play this game all the time. We know that the people in the Donbass and other regions that are partially ethnically Russian, as well as Ukrainian, but we know that some of them want to be liberated from Ukraine. Now, NATO standards being applied here, then we're supposed to support that to make them an independent sovereign state. But that's not really how we work, right? We don't operate off of principles. And again, this is part of the problem with centralization. So we have this whole Ponzi scheme thing. It's how Sam, what's his name? Was it Bankman-Fried? Yeah. That's how this kind of character gets developed, or the Jeffrey Epsteins, or whatever else, because centralization is actually a weakness. And the Western Empire, the modern Western Empire, is going to fall because of competition, because they can't hold on to this power forever. And that's what happens, right? When you centralize your government, you create an empire, you spin yourself into oblivion, you destroy the power of your nation, you destroy the purchasing power of your people, and then you enter a dark age. And that's unfortunately coming. We might be able to forego that to some degree because of the technology we have, because of the interwebs, because of all those things. But it's not going to be good. It's not going to be great. So what we want is we want independent nations that are sovereign. They can make alliances. I'd be happy with numerous alliances. I don't want a bipolar world. No pun intended there. But a monopolar system is just terrible for everybody. It's the reason why things are so expensive. It's the reason why you're so poor. It's the reason why you can't afford a house. It is a death sentence for a nation and a people. We want competition. And with that competition, perhaps another bastion of liberty will pop up elsewhere in the world. But that's all I got, folks. This has been All Minus One. My name is Bill, and I wish you all well.